it's Alex from DKA Motorsports. I'm here today with Lance Kirk, and he is our newest member of DKA Motorsports. He's been with us since the 2019 KOH race, and he's going to tell us a little bit about how he got into off-roading.
Thanks, Alex. Yeah, like, I guess the first thing that I ever did or was starting to experience in off-road was I started actually building RC rock crawlers through a buddy of mine who kind of introduced me to it. And from there, like, my kind of introduction into that, as well as some, you know, very mild wheeling and one-to-one stuff, but got me started in that. And then I was kind of hooked, and I started doing a lot of research on, you know, what is cool out there. And I found, you know, Ultra4 and King of the Hammers, and then, you know, watched a ton of videos on YouTube of, you know, what it was. And I was totally hooked. And progressing past that, I built a mildly built JKU and started wheeling with some local Jeep clubs down here in Texas.
And we met you then.
Yep.
In that Jeep club.
Yeah, we met there, and we kind of hit it off. And I think me and Donnie kind of had similar, like, viewpoints on what wheeling should be. And from there, it just kind of spiraled out of control, if you will. And we wheeled some, and then I really, really, really wanted to go to KOH in 2019. I was like, man, I got to experience this. I want to see what it's about. And I ended up messaging Donnie and saying, hey, man, do you have an open spot in your KOH? I know you're going. And he's replied back. He's like, actually, man, like, if you want to, like, can you co-drive for me? And I was like, immediately like, yes, like, I don't care. I don't know anything about it, but I'll figure it out, right, kind of thing. And that's where it started, you know. And we went and raced KOH. We did okay. We broke, but, you know, we had fun. And it's, man, what an experience. If anybody's, you know, into off-road anything, like, KOH is the place to be and be able to see it and to experience it. And I wouldn't trade it for the world. Progressing past that, we talked a bunch, and then we started the kind of jam hole Comanche here. And, you know, the rest is still progressing, and we're making good progress on it. And we will race this thing at 2020 KOH, and I can't wait to see it.
And the entire 2020 Ultra4 season.
Yes, you're right. You're absolutely. Yeah. We're going to try to run all those races, and as many as we can at least, and put this thing on the map. There's lots of work ahead of us, as you can see, but, you know, we're committed to it.
60 days.
Yep. We're committed to it. It's time. It's game time.
Yeah. Well, awesome. So that's a little bit about Lance, and you'll get to know our other team members as we go along. Coming up is going to be a recap of day 3 from Donnie, so stay tuned.
Hey guys, it's Donnie with DKA Motorsports. So we're just going to kind of get you caught up a little bit. We were pretty busy with Thanksgiving and everything else going on. So on day 3, we actually were expecting Brandon from Star Fab to come over. He had some family stuff come up. He wasn't able to make it out. So Lance Kirk and I decided to work together and get this thing dropped down and get the top of the cage all welded up. Really nothing to see. As you can see, we got the cage back up in its original place. The goal for day 3 was to work on getting the dash bar in and getting the door bars in. As you can see, we didn't really get any of that accomplished. What we did do was, as you can see here, we've got a Corvo FX1s, and we've kind of got it mocked in position where we want it. We're going to be doing side mount tabs. I've got a lower bar that's tacked in on the cage, and we're going to run the seat cage based off of that. We did start bending some too, so we're going to keep working on the door bars. I might try and get some of that stuff done over the weekend. And other than that, we'll wait for Brandon to come back so he can finish all the rest of the welds, and we'll be moving forward. On day 4, we're going to be working on the Clayton Offroad 3-link long arm kit. That finally came in, so we're going to get started on that. We also got the Arctic truss for the Dana 60, but we'll show that in a later episode. We're not ready to actually weld any of that stuff up yet, so that's all stuff that's coming up. But yeah, we've been getting a lot of stuff from our sponsors. We actually just got our box in from Warren Industry, Warren 9RC. So we'll go over to Alex and we'll do a little unboxing and show you that video.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and unbox our Warren winch. We just got it in the mail the other day, came by UPS, and we are continuing our partnership with Warren. Last year on the UTV last season, we did have the Warren Axon 55S that we ran, and it was awesome. We're going to be running that one again next year. This season, I mean, as well. Let's see how I open this. This is kind of heavy, so let's see if I can just cut the box off. Came in great shape, no damage. Gonna be damaged now. All right, here we go. Okay, here it is. I can see the synthetic line here. Some bolts and pieces. This is the cover here. We actually also have bumpers coming in. So when those come in, we'll go ahead and install. So there's the line. All right. There it is. The 9RC should work just great for the Comanche this year. And stay tuned for that install video. What are you doing?
Hey, yeah, so I'm just been sweating away. It's what, 78, 80 degrees, maybe hotter.
Yeah.
Yeah, here in Texas it's humid, very humid. So yeah, I've just been working on some small fabrication stuff. This is actually the dashboard that me and Sean, the guy that I borrowed the JD2 bender from, he showed me a little bit more about BendTech, and so we went in there. We thought we were gonna get a perfect dashboard, and unfortunately, where we measured from was the inside of the diameter instead of the outside of the diameter, which was an important lesson because this stuff is not cheap. Fortunately, I think the bend for this is actually going to work pretty nice. So in Ultra4, you're required to have, door bars, obviously, for protection. In this case, we're a little bit overkill, I think, because we've got actually underneath rocker bar that the cage is tied into. We've got a seat mount bar, and then we've got this bar. So we're in pretty good shape if we ever take a hard side impact. I think we'll be pretty safe. But yeah, I mean, this is the part of the game, It's just the fitment and checking and trying and checking and trying. Now the good guys like Brandon, what impressed me about him was that he was able to kind of eyeball it, and if he needed to make a change, it was one change and it was perfect. And that comes with experience. As you guys know, I'm just a recreational wheeler, so I've done cages, but this is how I do them. It's just by trying it. It's not perfect. I mess around with it a little bit more, and sometimes it works. Sometimes it's a scrap piece of steel, But that's part of the game. So anyway, yeah, that's kind of what we're doing today. Not a whole lot else we can do. parts are still rolling in. Hopefully here in the near future we'll get the tires in from Maxxis, so we'll be able to start mounting up some bead locks, and that'll be fun. That'll be a good install video. Maybe Alex will try her hand at doing some of those. Yeah. But yeah, that's about it, guys.
Cool.